Hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the Shakti Spiral, the new moon in Leo. I'm over here wrestling with my microphone, so give me just one sec. How is everybody doing? I have been looking forward to this all day. It's been, you know, how it is when it's the weekend. There's so much going on, so much in the background, but at the same time, absolutely wonderful. I hope your day has been exquisite and that this just adds to the many blessings of this new moon for you. So how is everybody? I'm going to go ahead and pull up the chat and intend that I don't get sidetracked by all of you beautiful people. Okay. Hi, Chris Marie. Hello. Hello. Welcome, everybody. If this is your first time here to the Shakti Spiral New Moon Rituals, I welcome you. My name is Shakti, and I am the High Priestess for One Ascension International, the Shakti Spiral, and the One Ascension Technique. So many exciting things are on the horizon. I want to first tell everybody that the Shakti Spiral Sisterhood is now open for enrollment. Right now, between today and July 31st, if you enroll, you're going to get a special pricing that's just exclusive for this time to welcome you in, especially those who have been part of the New Moon Rituals. And so if you sign up now and you subscribe to the monthly New Moon or the Sisterhood, you will actually be locked in at that rate, which is $11. So if you go to oneascension.com, you look under the Sisterhood, all the information that you need is right there. So I hope you'll join us. It's going to be fabulous. We have so many wonderful things lined up for August. So a private ritual for the harvest and the full moon. And we're going to start integrating a lot of that work into the Sisterhood. So I'm really excited. We'll still do our new moon rituals. We'll still do those for the public viewing, but also for the private, we will do a ritual specifically for the theme of the month. So I encourage you to go on there, check it out. I'm so excited. Already we have some fabulous feedback and some beautiful people who have already joined. So I thank those of you who've joined. Okay, so yes, so there's been some really interesting energies. Chris Marie says it was interesting, but I feel so happy. I am so glad. Yes, oh my goodness, where do we start? The energies have been thus. We have been going through some solar flares, which is pretty indicative of the energies right now, especially being in Leo. The energies are fiery and they're bold and they're tenacious. And also you might find some heated passions, some things that you may not have thought were of concern to you that you all of a sudden feel very strongly about. And so there's a sense of like, you know what? No, this is not okay. And so you kind of voice your opinion more, kind of think of the lion's roar, the lioness, you know, they're very powerful energies. So it's really important to watch your energy fields, to watch what you're engaging in. Is it really what you're feeling, or are you being influenced by the energy? And this is also a really great time because say you're feeling something and you may have had a little bit of challenge about how to express it. The Leo is really powerful to like really, in layman's terms, not give a shit. So if you need that energy, especially to move into something more movement into an area where you may have been having challenge of finding your power or your strength or your voice, allow the Leo energy to assist you. So that is really, really amazing. Yes, new moon blessings. Oh my gosh, Jamie Burton says, I'm so ready for this new moon. My life has been in chaos. Yes. Hi, Pedro. Hi. So yes, there has been a lot of energies about chaos because here's the thing. Chaos is necessary for those who are really into understanding the way energy works. Chaos happens before the order and the creation takes place. So think about anything that you're kind of giving birth to. You should have seen me behind the scenes before we got started, I swear. And my hair is thus. But chaos is kind of like the energy of creating order, creating movement. So it feels chaotic because there may not be any kind of ebb and flow, rhythm or rhyme. But in that chaotic nature, you spring forth form, and it may look chaos. It may look like it doesn't have organized, like an organized order, but it actually does. Sometimes things need to leave, some things are coming in. And so there's a fluid in a fluctuation of energy that we don't have association with or may not even be able to track very well. And so it does feel very chaotic. So Janie, what I would recommend you doing is just taking a breath, finding your center throughout the chaos, and know that it will pass. All chaos does. As long as you allow it to flow, just let it flow through you, it will pass. And we intend that order comes back for everybody, right? Okay, so we're getting started now. So if you have your clearing herbs or incense, I like to burn sage. Go ahead and do so now. We burn sage to kind of clear the energies. I've been so excited and looking forward to today. It's been a busy day for me, actually. And this is also, I look forward to connecting with all of you, but my time too, to slow down for a sec and just be present with all of you. Let's give you some beautiful energies here. Creating that energetic void, clearing out what doesn't serve. Ooh. That was great. So you use clearing energies just so that way you can clear out any stagnation, anything that, say, if you've had some charged energy, you've been going through some chaos, some things that have felt very, very trying or challenging, or even if it's just you really want to just kind of lift the space. So think of it just kind of like opening the window. Say you've got a really stuffy room and you want to open the window and just kind of let some really great air in. That's what this wonderful sage does, or, you know, clearing herbs. And so what we do now, we've created a vacuum, we've created an energetic void. So what I like to do is burn sweetgrass. What it does is, first of all, I do it in honor of the ancestors. Maybe I can get this to work. There we go. And it also creates a sense of sweetness. Have you ever smelled sweetgrass? It really does smell sweet. It is my most favorite go-to for placing an intention and blessing. So here for you, we offer to you, creating a place of beauty, a place of power, of magic, of all things that we are intending for our highest good. We welcome them in. Burn a little bit more. We offer to the ancestors, those who've gone before us and those who go after us. Just a little bit more. I love that. Okay. And if you have any anointing oil, it kind of puts your body in a space to receive and to do some sacred work and ritual. So I use the All-Mother oil, which some of you are really kind of lucky to have. It's an exclusive oil that I use just for my private working. What we do is we anoint our chakras. We anoint the wellspring where we receive the information, channeled information. Anoint your feet. Okay. So here we are. And this thing is just wanting to do its thing. Okay. So how have things been going since our last new moon ritual? It has been so interesting. So interesting, I would say, for lack of a better word, because it has been one moment you feel full of energy and the next day you could feel depleted of energy. One moment you feel on top of the world, the next you feel like, you know, everything is hitting you all at once and you're being challenged and tried. And that is very, very just indicative of the times. It's very telling of what's been going on, what has been happening in the field, the influx of energy. A lot has been happening in our world. Have you noticed that that's happened every day, but you notice on the news about just like certain stars and singers like that are making other exits. And so you kind of wonder, what's going on? Whenever you kind of see that or notice that draws your attention, there's like an exodus happening. There's usually a really big pool of energy and things that are coming in. So it's kind of interesting to take note of what is going on and what's happening in the world around you, in your community, and not just in your own space. So with tonight being the Leo energies, we're going to really do some really cool work together. I want to tell you a really quick story before we do circle and get things started. I had the experience when I was going through my initiation process with the one energy frequency, just to basically be able to be activated to hold it, to channel it, all that different work. I had a lot of different visitations, you want to call them. And one started with Mary Magdalene, the Magdalene energy, which is really beautiful. I was not at the time aware of that energy, the divine feminine energy. It was pretty interesting and absolutely holy, just beautiful, beautiful energy. And I've never really felt anything quite like that Magdalene energy. Just powerful, pure, and not to be mistaken for, you know, just that sweetness. There was an absolute power and authority in her energy field. But as I went through these initiation processes and understandings, I also had an experience with what I would like to call the lion people. Well, I didn't realize what they were at the time. I had this vision of literally this kind of human that had a face of a lion, but still had a lot of human features. But their hands were like, their fingernails would be, there were these black claws, like, so to speak. And I called them the lion people. Well, I didn't realize that what I was connecting with was a very high vibrating intellectual race that the goddess Sekhmet comes from. And oh my gosh, I had the experience to feel what it was like to be in the presence of these beings. And I remember telling Mr. Wallace, oh my gosh, the lion people, there are things called, there are like these lion people. And can you imagine? He could write a book. It's pretty powerful. Or entertaining. I don't know which of the two. But it wasn't until I was at a goddess retreat that was very, very special to me. And we were being guided through a class by a priestess of Sekhmet that I understood what it was that I had experienced. And I mean, I couldn't stop the tears from flowing. It was very sacred. It was very, first of all, it confirmed, it was very affirming to what I had been going through, but also that really there is so much beyond in the mystery that we still have yet to discover and uncover and reveal about ourselves. And so we are going to connect with Sekhmet tonight, and her being of the fire, she of the sacred flame, she is stepped forward to basically assist us with the work tonight. And which is interesting because I usually don't attach to certain, when we're doing this kind of work, you know, it's very fluid in high self energy and things of that nature. But tonight, Sekhmet is going to be our guide, and I'm so excited. So let's get started. So wherever you are, just kind of adjust your seating like me, like I literally just kind of like jumped into my chair. Get started for tonight. Okay, so go ahead and close your eyes. Take a moment to breathe deep, to be in the space of your center, calling all of your energy back to you and releasing all that isn't yours back to its source. Again, calling your energy back to you and releasing all energy that isn't yours back to its source. One more time, calling all of your energy back to you from all places, people, things, experiences. Hold it and release, releasing all of it back to where it needs to go. Now, in your mind's eye, I want you to picture in the center of your heart chakra, your center of your chest, a beautiful spiral. And this spiral contains all the Christ consciousness, knowing, pure love, powerful connection to the higher realms and frequencies of the divine love and the Christ consciousness. Imagine this spiral getting bigger and bigger until it literally engulfs your whole body. This color of the spiral can be any color you choose. Usually it's associated with the colors of the heart chakra, but literally it can contain all of the chakra colors and more. So allow the color to reveal itself to you in your beautiful space. And I want you to imagine each of us watching live and afterward through the rebroadcasting, all sitting around a great big circle. Wherever we may be around the world, we are all connected. All time is now, and energy connects at all times. So it isn't just about now or later. It is all time now. And so picture us all around, sitting in a great big circle, connected in this beautiful way for this beautiful new moon ritual in Leo and more. So the person sitting on your left, imagine this, your spiral, your heart chakra energy connecting with theirs. They receive it into their right side and it spirals with theirs, and it exits their left side. So the person sitting on their left receives it through their right. And so it goes clockwise around the great big circle. Around and around. Watching it spiral until it comes back to you and you receive it on your right side. And notice the colors, the prism, the colors are absolutely beautiful. And just take a moment to breathe that in and to connect to this pure love that is assisting here today to create this sacred circle. And now we call on the directions. We are made of all of these elements being here on earth. So basically when we do this, we call on our higher selves, our higher beings, all the powerful essences of who we are. And so as we honor the directions, we are indeed also honoring those sacred aspects and parts of us. We call to the direction of the east, where all things begin, element of air, to the sacred, powerful, mighty winged ones, where thought begins. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. We call to the direction of the south, element of fire, where the fire breathers and the fire walkers, goddess Sekhmet and her people reside. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. We call to the direction of the west, element of water, to the sacred water keepers, the ancient records, Atlantis, all that is sacred and held within the sacred embiotic fluids of the Divine Mother. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. And to the direction of the north, element of earth, to the fire walkers, the earth walkers, the earth keepers, to Pachamama, to those who have gone before us and those who will go after us. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. We call to the Divine One energy to surround us all, to flow through us and to anchor us into this time and space, into no time and into no space. We call upon the Divine All-Mother to bless us now with this work, to guide us, to be with us. We call to our ancestors, those who have done this work before us, and those who will do the work after, to come now and to assist us, to stand close, our guardian angels and our guides, as this work continues. May it all be for the highest good. And so it is. It is done. It is done. It is done. Did you hear that? During the earth call, fire came in. Ooh, yeah, that's interesting. So, okay. The energies, fire, whoo, I tell you, it's hot. Had to make sure the air conditioner was on. So the stones that you can use today to also assist, okay, Carnelian is the stone, really. I know I used fire quartz at times. I've used citrine even, but it seems that Carnelian is the go-to for me when it comes to working with fire energy. And you can decide for yourself what you're guided to, what calls you to the work, whatever you feel that is necessary for you, that's what you should go with, okay? So, but for tonight, I am going to use my Carnelian, and I love it because it kind of almost goes in the shape of a heart. So now, what have your intentions? What did you bring to the circle? What are your intentions for this evening? What have you been wanting to work on, or what has been calling you forward? Or maybe you don't know and you're here with an open heart to see what comes forward. Whatever it is, it's absolutely what it needs to be. So trust in the experience. And one thing I want to let you know, while we go into these energies and we work at the new moon, it doesn't just stay with us just for the new moon. We can go back and contemplate and work with the energies even after the new moon has gone through, and we're going through that whole full, basically lunation, the whole cycle. We can go into that. And what's interestingly about this energy this evening is we are doing a new moon in Leo, but also in August is a new moon in Leo. So we get a double Leo new moons this month and next month. And it's interesting because the energies next month, there's going to be a solar eclipse on the new moon. So seeing that we're doing all of this bringing forth of this fire energy to ignite us, to propel us into work, or we're cultivating this energy. There's going to be a different type of energies we're going to be using the next new moon, even though it's still in Leo. So it's really interesting how the heavens interplay with us and how the energies influence us. So it's pretty powerful time to be awakened and to be doing this work. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so right now, I want you to really think about the time when you were a little kid. Mr. Wallace and I talked about it a little bit today, and I was already meditating about tonight, this evening. And I kind of laughed because I thought about when I was a little girl, how I loved Wonder Woman. She was the all, okay? She still is the all for me. I just love her. But when I was a little girl, I had this is going to so date me, but oh well. The Wonder Woman underoos. So they're called underoos, like those super, like they were like the different comics. Do you remember those, Mr. Ross? Yes. You know, you could be a boy, they'd be like Superman or Batman, and the girls got, you know, like different things. But Wonder Woman was choice of underwear. I wanted to go out in the front lawn. I remember I was visiting with my aunt and uncle, and my cousin had the same kind, and we wanted to go out there and just jump around in our underwear. And of course, you know, that's not very legal. And I kind of laughed and thought, oh my gosh, there's still that kid in me that would love to just do that. Wouldn't it be hysterical? It would be a different sight, definitely. Not appropriate, but that part is still in us, you know, to be and to be bold and to allow ourselves to express in the way we want to. I often marvel at my grandchildren and especially my grandson. He is very embodied in his what I don't even know the time, the Hulk or whatever superhero, Power Rangers, you name it. And he kind of goes into this energy of like one day he'll be growling, and that's because he's the Hulk and he's like in his body growling. And another time he's doing really cool moves and he's, you know, a Power Ranger. And there's no limit to what he can be because in his mind he feels, yeah, it's what I want. This is what it is. And how much of us still have that within us, but we lack maybe the courage or the tenacity or maybe the know-how. We kind of forgotten what it feels like to touch upon that energy. That courage really is what it comes down to, because we're so maybe, oh my gosh, you know, what if I'm judged? What if I'm rejected? What if I'm not seen? Or maybe it's misinterpreted, or what if people, you know, might think I'm just this weird person, you know? Here is Shakti talking about the lion people on the new moon ritual on, you know, for the whole wide world to see on YouTube. You know, what do I do? Like, how do I express that? So tonight, Sekhmet is going to help you to really bring forth that fire, okay, as we visit her. I want you to trust and to let go of any kind of inhibition, any type of even experience. If you've had experiences with her, let it all go and allow yourself to be completely open to what's new, something different, okay? And if you don't even know who Sekhmet is, look her up. There's so much on her. Powerful, powerful being. Okay, so now I want you to close your eyes. Again, just to adjust to the space you're in right now. And for those of you who've been with me, you know what I call upon next. I call upon the magical shelf. Now, this shelf is absolutely magical. We put all of our cares, our worries, our concerns, anything that may distract us from being here in the present moment. We put all of that on the shelf. Just kind of imagine it symbolically on the shelf. We can pick it up at the end of the hour, or we can trust that our spiritual team and guides will take care of it for us. So just go ahead and close your eyes and breathe deeply into this space, releasing all your cares, your worries, concerns, and putting them all on that magic shelf. It can be as ornate or as simple as you want that shelf to be. And I want you to go back to when we were primal, ancient. We have memory in our DNA. The time where we sat around fires, there was drumming. It was absolutely necessary and essential for our well-being. Connect with your heart and the drumming that takes place there. And picture a gateway, a beautiful archway. The setting is the desert. Beautiful, beautiful landscape, desert landscape, beautiful sun on the horizon. Feel the desert breeze, very clean, very warm, inviting. Feel it in your face, the wind blowing, the desert sand beneath your feet. Walking this desert, allow your attention to go to about a big, beautiful fire that kind of illuminates the dusk, the evening sky. Walk toward it. Take a moment to just feel the wonderment of what it means to be where you are right now. Walking towards this fire, take a seat and allow your mind to just gently be at ease. And with your eyes, look into the fire, softening your gaze. The fire dances. It puts you kind of into a very gentle trance-like state. The gentle breeze from the desert kind of wicks the fire a little bit. And so the flames dance before you. Up ahead, you see there is somebody walking towards you, hooded, but you sense the presence of a very powerful being. Somebody who, by divine right, you were allowed to be in the presence of. This being unhoods, and you see what stands before you, the most beautiful, breathtaking goddess of the fire, of the desert, Sekhmet. You know her, and you remember her, and you recall lifetimes where she has guided you, has nurtured you, has fed you, has protected you. She beckons you to follow her, and so you get up from where the fire is and walk with her. There are many things that pass between the two of you without uttering a word. You speak to her about the concerns that you may have, about the courage that you need. And the clarification that you seek. Out ahead is a beautiful oasis. And she guides you to it, where you two sit down together for a little bit. And what you notice is all inhibition, all fear seems to melt away. You feel like you are in your most truest form, being here in her presence. Just by being with her, you can feel courage, strength, passion, and creativity, all of the things that you have been missing, whatever they are, flowing to you. And as you look into her eyes, you see sacred flames dancing in her eyes. And she tells you to remember who you are, to remember the illusions that are placed upon our world are meant to keep you small. But just as her roar pierces through illusion, as her claws tear and destroy all things that are not of the light, she reminds you you have the power to do the same, for you are hers as you are her. And she has a special message just for you. Allow yourself to receive what that message is now. It is time to go now. Thank her for what she has shown you, knowing there is still more to come, and she will visit you again. As you walk back to where you came, remember what was given to you and what was shared with you. As you sit down again in front of the fire, you notice that there are certain symbols, very symbolic of your journey and your lifetime here. Take a moment to notice them. The first thing that comes to you, allow it to come. You notice you're alone once again. It's time to get up and come back, returning, thanking the fire for providing the insight and the clarity that has been needed, turning and walking towards where you came, noticing it is dark now, and the light illuminates the night sky, the stars illuminate your pathway. Walking through the big, beautiful arch again. Once again, coming back and allowing yourself to integrate with what has been given. Take a moment to be in your body again. To wiggle your feet, your legs, your hips, your shoulders. Okay. Now I want you to take a moment really quickly and write down what it is that you experienced, what it is you saw. You may have seen something different from what I guided you to. What appeared to you? What did Sekhmet say? How did you feel? Did you notice anything that you were wearing? What did she look like? Discount nothing and go ahead and write it down. Okay. I know we could write more. And if I encourage you, even after we're done tonight, if you need to write a little bit more, go ahead and do so. And take this time to journal like later on tonight, because there may be things that come to you in dream that may come to you in any kind of way. And so it's important that you don't discount them, because Sekhmet has a way, especially this is her time. She can really do a lot. And Sekhmet, just so you know, I was kind of looking up the spelling. Yes, Kundalini energy. I love it. Yes. Sekhmet is spelled. So I get it right. I'm going to put it, actually, I'm going to type it on the message for everybody. There's that H in there. So that kind of threw me off a little bit. Okay. So there you go. Powerful goddess. And you're welcome to, if you even want to even go a little further with her, with working with her, she has so much to share, especially when it comes to being bold, to being tenacious. She is not a goddess that you want to mess around with. She's really powerful. And even though a lot of the Egyptian deities are very forgiving when it comes to connecting with them, and we may not know the actual protocol for Sekhmet, she's very, very no holds barred, very direct, very incapable of beating around the bush. That's just the nature of the people that she comes from, and she's very, very highly consciously evolved. So she can pull through all of the type of fear and stagnation. She can assist with that and give you guidance for that. So I would definitely maybe even think about making an altar for her, a sacred space where you can connect with her more, especially with the symbols that were given to you in the fire. That is her fire. So you're welcome to use that as well. And there's so much you can research about her, but know that she is very, very amazing. Yes, Mike says, holy Sekhmet. Absolutely. Very assertive, because, here's the thing. We are in a time right now where there really isn't a lot of room for playing small. Now we can decide what that means, what we want to do with our lives, but to be bold, to be out there, to claim who you are and proclaim it, that is very empowering. There is something about doing that lessens the grip that illusion has upon you. It's important to allow yourself the permission to be authentic. And it could mean, here's another thing that comes along with the Leo energy, what comes along with the fire energy: burning bridges that no longer need to be crossed. So say you look back at the past, or even relationships, and they no longer are serving you, but you keep going back, you keep returning because you feel a sense of maybe a negative motivation of responsibility, or you have a hard time letting go. She can help you to burn the bridges that need to be burned. Now, we're not talking about the ones that are just a drop of a hat, you burn the bridge, but then later on you're like, yeah, I think I needed that kind of bridge. I think I needed to go over there. Not one of those things, but very much burning the bridges that really you don't need and that actually cause toxicity in your life. So she's really good for assisting with that. But here's the thing. With this energy, you are very capable of doing this work. And that is why we are called, even though it was a very short meditation, and I wanted to have a little bit of room to talk about it. It's important that you, even if it takes, what is that saying, 20 seconds of courage. I talked about this on the New Moon Facebook page in a video this last week. I talked about basically having courage to step out of your box, whatever that is, whatever boundaries and perimeters that you have set for yourself that you felt comfortable in. This is not even about comfort zone. This is about being seen, allowing yourself to be seen. People think, well, oh my gosh, maybe I'm too old, or maybe I'm too young, or maybe I don't have enough experience, but you're being called to something. The message is, who cares? Do it, okay? Because you are needed in this world. You're needed to show up. There are so many people out in the world that have created such an influx and imbalance, and that's another reason why we have this chaos, where the light workers that are being awakened, that are having the courage or finding the stirrings within them to do their passion, to live their life, to live their truth, and not feed the ugly monster of doubt and of insecurity and of those destructive lack behaviors that keep us in the mentality that we're not good enough, or we're not deserving, or we don't know how. If your soul is calling you to it, you know how. It's simply a matter of finding the right maybe teachers, the right information, or the remembrance within yourself, the right form of divine action, and follow it, trust it. So say you've always wanted to be a singer and you feel like, you know, you don't have the vocal range of, start, you know, find a way. There's always a way. Allow yourself to take that divine action. And that's something that's really powerful about the fire. It is action. It could be feminine, but it can be masculine. It depends on how you use it. But fire really will help you with moving, literally getting the fire under your butt and getting you to move forward. So you need to definitely listen to what your stirrings are calling you and do it. Okay. Sing. You are talking to me. Okay, Chris. Yes. Speak truth, even if your voice shakes. Chris, I love you. Yes, that's exactly right. Chris Ashburn, you are so right. Speak it, even if your voice shakes, even if your knees are knocking, that truth. Because here's the thing, the world needs you. No one will do what you can do. No one has the voice that you have. No one will show up and be authentically who you are. Replications are not authenticity. Remember that. Replications are not authenticity. So you need to be authentic to who you are. All right. Okay, so, I slammed my door. Okay, so I have my cards. I wasn't planning on doing any kind of readings. Wanted to see what was going on, but I'm getting called that there are a couple of people that may need a reading. So let's go ahead and pull a couple of cards, shall we? Let's play just for a little bit. It's not all supposed to be serious, even though, you know, Sekhmet doesn't play around, and nor should we with our life purpose. It's part of who we are, but we can definitely have fun. It doesn't have to be, you know, all rigorous and you know, serious. Okay, so, oh, yay. Okay, perfect. Canadian Witch. Thank you so much. I'm posting my video after this. Yes. Ooh, cards jumping out. All right. Callie Krug. Callie, beautiful Callie. Here we go for you. I'm pulling a card. All right, Callie, so you got the card as all the other cards just kind of fling out of my hand. Okay, leave the past. I don't know if I do this, but then I don't know if you're seeing it backwards or not, but just in case, leave the past behind. So, Callie, a lot of things have been coming up from your past as of recent, which is really important because you're to assess what really needs to leave your life. There's a lot of nostalgia, say connections with people that you need to look at your relationships because there's something there where you're being called to really might want to leave some things behind now, some things that are not serving for your highest good. I'm getting there's some toxic connections. We talked about the toxicity kind of in relationships that we may have a little bit of a challenge to let go of. And this is, you're being called to this. So leave the past behind you. And that also, it also includes memories, things that you have done in the past that are no longer who you are and are not present in the person that you are now. It's time to let it go and know that you are far more capable than you believe yourself to be for the things that are coming into your life and that are inviting the courage to step into. Okay. Okay. Shalmadine Miller. Okay, you are next. Okay, Shalmadine. All right, you're welcome, Kelly. So Shalmadine, you say you aren't here to reinvent the wheel. You're here to learn to fly. This one comes up like I think every time we pull it. So basically, this is about you finding your own footing in your path, finding it is what you want to do. There's a lot of people and examples around you that are similar to where you're being called. However, like I said, this is not about what they are doing. This is about what you're being called to do. You have a uniqueness and an authenticity that is needed. So don't create what you see others creating. Create it your own heart space, your own sense of being. And in doing so, you will find the freedom that you need to take off and to soar into the space that you are very much being guided to do. So trust in the process, okay? And trust in yourself and what you're being guided to do. Mike, yes. I had nicknamed Mike earlier today. We had a conversation via Instagram, and I nicknamed him Steve Nicks. Stevie Nicks' long lost brother. He's so fabulous. I love him. Okay, so Mike, change is coming for you, brother. Change happens when we least expect it, so be ready. Okay, so something that you have been waiting for, something that you have been knowing that it's on the horizon and it's coming, it is coming, and so be ready. So all the way that you can be ready is to be open and willing to accept the change, not resist it, breathe into it, and allow it to flow the way it needs to and the way you know it's supposed to, okay? I feel you already know what this is, so allow it to come through and just do what it needs to do. And be present in your courage and be present in the tenacity and in the roar that you have within you. Allow that to come forward and speak your truth, okay? I am getting one. Twin Spire, 1111. I love your name, by the way. Okay, yes. Okay. Let's just go ahead and pull for you. And I see you, Nathan. So you'll be next. Okay, Twin Spire, you got it too. How funny. Change happens when we least expect it, so be ready. Also for you, I'm getting that there's something work-related that's happening in your field right now, your energy. So the word I keep getting is promotion. So it might be a promotion into something new or what you're in right now, but allow yourself to, so whatever promotion to me, when I hear that word, it also means something better or even a promotion literally, but it's a higher level of movement. So it's for your highest good. So when the change comes, when it happens, just trust that it's for your highest good and go with it, okay? Have the courage, use that fire and move forward. Nathan, find your light. This is your path, okay? Find your light. So you've had a turn of events that have kind of challenged you lately, not very long ago. And what's going on is you're trying to find your truth and trying to find your center. What to make heads or tails of certain challenges going on in your life right now. What you're needing most is clarity, okay? But you're being pulled in a lot of different directions. So I invite you to do an exercise that we do at the very beginning of our rituals together. And that is to take a moment and breathe. Call all your energy back to you and release everything that isn't yours. There's a lot of entanglements, a lot of attachments energetically, and it's keeping you from making sound decisions that are in your highest good or in your highest interest, and then you're making them more for other people versus yourself. So take a moment to call your energy back to yourself. Listen to what you're being called to do, and go for it. Okay, Chris Marie. Congratulations, your album is coming out. Twin Spire 1111 says her album is coming out. She's a Leo Pisces. Awesome. Love it. Okay. So, did I say Chris Marie? Yes, you. Beautiful Chris. All right. So you've been working on prosperity. Prosperity is a lover of joy. So your exercise for this week, look at all the things that bring you joy and celebrate them, literally to the point of tears of gratitude. be so happy. Like, I am so happy that I'm here with all of you right now, sharing in this beautiful energy, being able to have this kind of technology so that we can witness each other, celebrate each other's greatest accomplishments, and be supportive to each other's challenges. And so right now, your prosperity, the tweak is, the golden key for you is to be in the joy. Be grateful that you can watch me right now on whatever it is you're watching me on. So this is what you need to be doing. This is the focus. Focus on the joy, and the prosperity will come in all different forms and abundance to you. Okay. And this goes for everybody. The golden key to unlocking and turning that prosperity is to be in a state of complete joy. Literally, there was a time when it was challenging, and I would think about all the things that were coming. They were coming, and I just knew it. And I would just put the music on that made me feel so good. And I would dance, and I would say, thank you, thank you, thank you, until it literally became a ritual, and tears were just streaming down my face. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And not only did it change and lift my energy, but it brought that, whatever it was, the prosperity and all the different forms that I was calling it into my life. And it brought me the clarity and the courage to be where I am today, to be able to see you and to share with you today. So there you go. You're welcome, Nathan. And I hope that you'll come up next month. And we also, for all of you who are new to our circle, we have a Facebook group called the Shakti Spiral New Moon Ritual. Everybody there is absolutely fabulous. We love it. In addition to that, to go even further into working in a circle together, I have just announced that we are doing the Shakti Spiral Sisterhood, which isn't just inclusive for women. It's for everybody, men and women, all genders. To come and to be part of something that's amazing. We learn there's a thing every month, and the whole month long we explore in different ways, through ritual, through classes, through online video chats. We are going to be exploring the theme. So what's going to be interesting is that this coming one for August is about not only being able to stir and create your passion, but do so with a sense of inner peace. You know, have you ever, because there's a point in your life where when you're being called to do something, but the inner peace feels very, very chaotic and in turmoil. You feel very like, oh my gosh, I got to get this done. I don't know, but I just feel almost like manic energy. And so it's learning how to create and be in the flow of your passion while having the inner peace and that inner compass to guide you. So that's going to be our theme for August. So I'm so excited. Yay! And Laurie just said she signed up for the sisterhood. That is so amazing. And so right now, if you sign up between now and July 31st, you're going to get the special rate of $11. And you'll be locked into that rate as long as you're in the sisterhood and you don't cancel or anything. And after that, it goes on August 1st, it jumps to $19 a month, which still is a fabulous deal. But still, I wanted to give that gift to all of you. Okay. Oh, we can be on here forever. I love all of you so much. Did you want to say something, Mr. Wallace? Are you saying something? He says hello to everybody. Okay, so yes, he's waving his hand. So there we go. So I'm excited. Thank you all for being part of tonight's ritual. And so now, don't go yet because we still have to open the circle. So take a moment to be in your center. Close your eyes, gathering all of the energies, all of the things that we have explored tonight, receiving it all, receiving all of it. And before we say goodbye to all of our guides and guardians, we ask a special blessing for all of those here tonight, watching live, and those who will be watching after. Those who are listening, a special healing. We ask that this energy of instant healing and love be given now. There is a sister who usually is part of our circles who's in the hospital right now, Amethyst, and we send a special love and blessing to her, that she receive all that she needs and she is lifted up in love. And for those also who may be in need of that kind of healing, we send love and we send instant healing. To those who are feeling challenged and pushed to grow out of their box, out of their comfort zone, we send love and support. We see you, we acknowledge you, and we celebrate the courage to move forward. We thank the Divine One energy for being with us, for surrounding us, for flowing through us and giving us the clarity. We thank you, ancestors, those who have gone before and those who will go after. Thank you, beloved All Mother, for being present, for being here, for witnessing the sacred work. Thank you to Goddess Sekhmet for your powerful guidance, your fire, and the courage that you give us. To the direction of the north, element of earth, we thank you for being part of our circle. To the direction of the west, element of water, thank you for being part of our circle. To the direction of the south, element of fire, thank you for being part of our circle. And to the direction of the east, element of air, thank you for being part of our circle. And with your eyes still closed, focus in on the big, beautiful spiral that surrounds you and release the energy. Now going counterclockwise, releasing it through your right side. Watching it uncoil around and around. As it comes back to you and you receive your spiral energy again through your left. With your hands raised, we call upon the Divine One energy to clear our energy fields, to clear our spirals of any debris, of any kind of discord. And watch your spiral get smaller, concentrating it, winding it up until once again it is powerfully concentrated into your heart chakra. And now picture roots going down through your feet, going down to the center of the earth, grounding any energy, any residual energy from tonight into the earth, sending it back to Pachamama so that she can recycle it for the highest good. You can even turn your hands downwards and send through your hands the energy down to the earth. Allowing yourself to feel grounded and connected. You may want to eat something, grounding yourself, definitely drink some water. We visited the fiery deserts tonight. Allow yourselves to be hydrated. And again, know that you are loved, know that you are seen, and I appreciate everything that you bring to our circles. And we'll see you on the Facebook group, sister, and next much blessing.